Half-Life is famous for what it shows, but even more for what it refuses to explain. Across the main games, expansions, and even real-world development history, Valve left behind mysteries that fans have debated for decades. These aren't cut features or fan myths. They're 8 real Half-Life mysteries that are still unresolved. Number 1. The G-Man's final offer. At the end of the original Half-Life, reality itself seems to pause. Gordon Freeman is pulled into a surreal void where the G-Man calmly presents a choice: accept employment or refuse and face certain death. What makes this moment a true mystery isn't just the G-Man's identity, it's what actually happens to Gordon afterward. The game implies Gordon is placed into some form of stasis, removed from time until he's needed again. But what does that really mean? Is he frozen? Conscious? Existing in another dimension? The refusal ending is even stranger. Gordon is dropped into an impossible alien battlefield, suggesting the G-Man has control over entire realities. Valve never explains the mechanics of this space, who governs it, or what rules it follows. The scene feels less like science fiction and more like cosmic manipulation. Gordon's fate isn't defined by physics or logic. It's dictated by forces we're never allowed to understand. And decades later, that moment still stands as one of the most unsettling, unanswered questions in gaming. 2. The disappearance of Race X. Opposing Force introduces a completely new alien faction, Race X. They're aggressive, organized, and unlike anything seen in the original invasion. These creatures don't just attack humans, they fight Zen forces too, suggesting a separate agenda entirely. What makes their presence mysterious is how abruptly it ends. Race X appears during one of the most chaotic events in Black Mesa history, and then vanishes from the franchise. They're never referenced again in Half-Life 2, its episodes, or Alyx. Were they opportunistic invaders? A rival alien civilization? A force reacting to the resonance cascade? The expansion presents them as a major threat, yet Valve offers no closure. Their sudden disappearance feels less like resolution and more like a chapter torn from the story. To this day, fans debate whether Race X still exists somewhere in the Half-Life universe, or whether their invasion was only the beginning of a conflict we never get to see. 3. The fate of Adrien Shepard. Opposing Force ends with its protagonist, Corporal Adrien Shepard, surviving the Black Mesa disaster, only to be detained by the G-Man. Instead of killing him, the G-Man places Shepard into stasis, saying he's too valuable to eliminate. And that's where his story stops. Unlike Gordon Freeman, Shepard never returns. No hint of what role he was meant to play. The implication is that he's being preserved for a future purpose, one that never arrives. This leaves a massive narrative question. What made Shepard important enough to save? Did the G-Man see a future where he mattered? Was he meant to intervene in events we never witness? Shepard exists in narrative limbo, alive, detained, and suspended outside time. His unresolved fate is one of the franchise's most persistent mysteries, because Valve intentionally leaves the door open and never walks through it. 4. What really happened during the 7-Hour War? By the time Half-Life 2 begins, Earth has already fallen. Humanity lost a full planetary war in just 7 hours. We're told this repeatedly, but never shown how it actually happened. How does a modern civilization collapse that quickly? What weapons did the Combine deploy? Did Resistance even stand a chance? The scale of this defeat is staggering, yet the details remain completely hidden. All we see are the aftermath and fragments of dialogue. The war itself exists as legend, a catastrophe too overwhelming to fully depict. This absence creates a haunting sense of scale. Whatever happened was so decisive, so absolute, that the story skips straight to occupation. The mystery isn't just curiosity, it defines the tone of Half-Life 2. Humanity didn't lose slowly, it was erased almost instantly, and Valve never reveals what that terrifying victory truly looked like. Number 5. The Borealis and its true power. Episode 2 builds toward a single objective, the Borealis, a lost science research vessel rumored to contain technology capable of altering reality itself. Both the Resistance and the Combine desperately want it, but for opposite reasons. Some believe it could end the war. Others insist it must be destroyed at all costs. And then, the story stops. We never learn what the Borealis actually does. Is it time manipulation? Dimensional travel? A weapon? The fear surrounding it suggests catastrophic potential, but its true nature remains completely unknown. The Borealis represents a turning point that never happens, a choice that's forever suspended. It's one of the clearest examples of a Half-Life plotline deliberately left unresolved, frozen in anticipation. 6. The Combine Overworld. In Half-Life 2, we only encounter the Combine Occupation Force. Administrators, soldiers, and machinery controlling Earth. But hints throughout the game suggest this is just a fraction of a much larger empire. So what does the Combine's true civilization look like? Dialogue implies they span dimensions, enslave species, and reshape entire worlds. Yet we never see their home reality. Are they conquerors driven by survival? A collective intelligence? A collapsing empire harvesting resources? The Combine Overworld is described as vast and alien beyond comprehension. Its absence fuels speculation because it represents the unseen scale of the conflict. Earth isn't the battlefield, it's just another asset, and the real Combine remain hidden. 7. The timeline shift. Half-Life Alyx delivers one of the most shocking endings in the series. A pivotal moment from Half-Life 2 is altered, suggesting the timeline itself has been rewritten. But what does that change actually mean? Did events branch into a new reality? Was fate overwritten? Is Gordon Freeman still central to what happens next? The game intentionally avoids clear answers, leaving players to question whether the future they knew even still exists. This isn't just a plot twist, it's a fundamental shift in the structure of the story. Valve introduces consequences without defining them, turning the entire timeline into a mystery. It feels less like closure and more like the beginning of something we haven't seen yet. Number 8. The Half-Life 3 development mystery. Few games have a legacy like Half-Life 3 because it doesn't officially exist. Over the years, rumors of prototypes, internal builds, and canceled directions have surfaced, each hinting that development started and stopped multiple times. Valve has never provided a definitive explanation. No announcement, no cancellation, just silence. This ambiguity transformed Half-Life 3 into gaming folklore. Fans analyze leaks, voice actor comments, and hidden references searching for proof of life. The mystery isn't whether Valve could make it, it's whether the story is waiting for the right moment, or if it's trapped in development limbo forever. And until Valve speaks, the legend continues. Half-Life isn't just remembered for what it told us, it's remembered for what it chose to leave unanswered. These mysteries are part of what keeps the series alive decades later, fueling theories, debates, and endless speculation. If there's a mystery I didn't cover, drop it in the comments. I want to hear what you think. And if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe for more.